Hello and welcome back to Blaugrana Pulse, your trusted home for all things FC Barcelona breaking news, transfer sagas, and tactical deep dives. Subscribe, like, comment, and share to help the channel grow. Today, we discuss some interesting and dramatic stories that have been surrounding the team lately. We'll first discuss the return to the Spotify Camp Nou, the signing of Roony Bardghji, the team's interest in Zé Lucas, the potential loan move for Marcus Rashford, the departures of Ansu Fati, Noah Darvich, and Pablo Torre, and finally discuss the Nico Williams release clause and Athletic Bilbao's dramatic reaction and some words from Joan Laporta. Let's dive into it. Barca's media team announced the return to the Spotify Camp Nou, the main stadium of FC Barcelona, on all media platforms, with once again a stunning video that got fans excited and overwhelmed. They announced 10th of August 2025 as the date of return to the Spotify Camp Nou. Fans across the world received this message with overexcitement as they relive the chants and celebrations at the Spotify Camp Nou. Now on to the next topic. Popular news outlets like Marca, Mundo Deportivo, and Fabrizio Romano recently announced the signing of Roony Bardghji from FC Copenhagen to Barcelona as a done deal, with a fixed transfer fee of about €2 million plus add-ons and sell-on clause. The 19-year-old Swedish winger is expected to join Barca's second team, that is Barcelona Athletic, on a long-term deal. In other news, Barcelona is said to be negotiating the signing of the 17-year-old Brazilian defensive midfield wonderkid and under-17 national team captain Zé Lucas from Sport Recife. The negotiation is reported to have evolved significantly in recent weeks, and a positive outcome is expected soon. Next on the list of potential signings is Rashford. As reported earlier, Barca has shown interest in signing Marcus Rashford on loan, and the player, as well, is eager to join the Catalan Giants. Barca, as at now, are still exploring a loan move for the player, who is open to play a more central role under coach Hansi Flick. Barca's move for Rashford is said to have no connection to the Nico Williams deals. They are two separate deals which are expected to yield positive outcomes. Let's talk about the departures now. Ansu Fati is said to be on his way out of the club once again to AS Monaco on a loan deal with buy option. The deal is said to be done, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. Ansu Fati to AS Monaco, here we go. Deal in place for Barcelona winger to join the club on loan with buy option. Plan for medical this week confirmed. Ansu will travel tomorrow and undergo medical later this week. Ansu signs new deal with Barca and then leave on loan. We wish Ansu all the best and hope he succeeds in his new journey. Another name on the departure list is Noah Darvich, as reported by Marlon Erlbacher. The 18-year-old German attacking midfielder and under-17 captain who joined Barca 2 years ago is on his way back to Germany to join VfB Stuttgart. The deal is said to be considered a done deal, as VfB Stuttgart reached full agreement with Barca on a permanent deal. Pablo Torre, the next on the departure list, is said to be on his way to Mallorca on a permanent deal, including a buyback clause. Negotiations are underway, but it's also up to the player. Personal terms between the player and Mallorca will follow up when agreement with Barca is reached. Now on to the big and most dramatic story coming out of Spain football now between Barça, Atletico Bilbao, and Nico Williams. It was earlier reported that Nico Williams and his agents spoke with the top management of Athletic Bilbao on his desire to leave the club and join Barca, as the player and Barca had agreed on personal terms to a 6-year deal until June 2031, and Barca are willing and ready to pay the full release clause of €58 million plus CPI, summing to around €62 million on July 1, 2025, so that the payment would be charged in the next fiscal year. As it stands now, it seems the conversation did not sit well with the top management of Atletico Bilbao. According to information published by Cadena SAR, Atletico Bilbao president Jan Uriarte and general manager Jan Berasategui plan to prevent the payment of Nico Williams' release clause if Barca fails to comply with the 1:1 rule, which is total BS. Barca paying the release clause of Nico Williams has nothing to do with the 1:1 rule, because the payment of release clause in contracts of professional footballers with active contractual validity is regulated by the FIFA regulations on the status and transfer of players, as well as by the current regulations of the Royal Spanish Football Federation, RFEF. It should be noted that this termination of contract does not per se entail the player's registration in the corresponding league, in this case La Liga, nor does it substantially change the player's willingness to change clubs. Therefore, Atletico Bilbao cannot prevent Barca from paying Nico Williams' release clause. Also, reports from Barca claims Barca is operating under the 1:1 rule, as reported by Joan Laporta during his speech at the Senate conference. Barca's president Joan Laporta, in an interview, revealed his shock as to why Atletico Bilbao wants to speak about Barca with La Liga. He said, "I don't understand why Atletico Bilbao wants to speak about Barca with La Liga. I don't think it's appropriate, but that's their problem." What do you think about all of these as a Barca fan? Leave your comments in the comment section and let's discuss. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share to help the channel grow. See you again soon.